Good morning.
Good morning, Guy.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, which probably doesn't mean a whole lot in the UK. Probably not a big thing. But here in the States, there'll be many parties, many celebrations. It's I think it's like the 4th of July for Mexico. It's a
Really?
big event. Yeah, big party. But let's not talk about Cinco de Mayo all morning long because it's Thursday and that means B2B, the user expectations. Good morning to the people in chat. Thank you for joining us, David Hughes. A little shameless plug there. And we'll have the notes available to you on 3 reasons to consider podcasting for your small business. And it's an article by Shannon Huppin, Huppin. I think I said that right. And she talked about that in a blog post. And we'll have those links for you like we always do on the GuyerCookReport.podbean.com. Those references made to URLs in the show today will be on that URL. So if you go there, you'll get all the show notes, everything we talked about. We have a WordPress-powered blog that's linked into that and has a name too long to use. So we're just going to say the GuyerCookReport.podbean.com. That'll get it done. So there's 3 reasons why a small business should get into podcasting. What do you think those might be, Kelvin? What's your guesses?
Let me think. Less competition.
Right.
Getting up close and personal, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Finally, in-depth information.
Right. So if you have a new product, a new service that your company wants to tout or explain, the how-to podcast, like how to use our new widget. Like we were talking this morning with Don over at Blab Cafe about that new, I call it media server, but it was so he could extract music and put it onto his laptop and listen to his own recordings as he chose to see fit. So those are some of the ideas that you can use beyond going about yourself and making your podcast tip to just hooray me. The few podcast topic ideas that Shannon shared in her blog post, which are very good, is you could do company history and introductions of the company. Like I can introduce a co-host, Kelvin Fagan from Cambridge, England, which makes us an international blog. That's why we're so famous, right? We have audience members from Australia at this time of day is unheard of. And so how your product might make your life for your customer's life easier. So the benefits of using that product. New users for a product. So they've come up with a new widget, a new piece of software, and then somebody says, hey, you can use the spell checker to do this. And so you can have a podcast show about that. You can do guest interviews. And I recently saw a blab, and we'll tell you what blab means in a minute if that's a new word, that the lady said the best place she's found to get interviews is you go to Amazon and say, who has a new book, right? You then go to the publisher of that new author and say, dear publisher, I have a podcast show. I'd like to interview your author, Kelvin Fagan, about history of photography, whatever the book is. And then there you go. Your publisher is going to line them up and set up the interview, and they'll contact the author and say, you're going to do a podcast show on the 15th. And then they'll say, who's Guy Cook? And the rest is history. So big thank you. Shout out time commences now. If you haven't gone to the show notes to find out the reasons if Kelvin's guesses were correct, that's a reason to go to the GuyerCookReport.podbean.com and take a look and give it a go. So, shout out time thanks to, as always, to Edinburgh Dusters, the company that likes to clean. Fraser Ramsey in Edinburgh, he's the guy. Okay, would you go down the list to all the brands, the cleaning companies, and you get, well, I don't know anybody that does cleaning in Edinburgh. Now you do. Okay. So the next company that we want to do this shout out for, I have to skip over one if it seems like I stumbled because he said, don't do those yet. I'm not ready. The operators aren't standing by in Sterling, so we won't. Thanks to Blab, that's fast becoming a popular streaming media service where you can have voice and audio. Now think about this for a minute. I'm in an hour west of Seattle, which is not right down the road from this fellow who's in Cambridge, England. Do the math. It's not anything but an 8-hour difference in time. Because like right now it's 7 a.m. here.
It's 3 p.m. here.
3 p.m. there. So there you have it. So if you're interested in socializing, meeting new people, give the Blab interface a go. It's quite nice. The other people, I wanted to thank DivaHound Blog. That's who had the article by Shannon Huppen that we just talked about. Should include their name. Thanks to Friends Just Chatting. If you get to that Blab interface and you're giving it a go, look for this logo in Blabs you might enjoy it. It's Monday through Friday, Friends Just Chatting is there waiting for you to have a conversation. There's people from all over the world almost every day, Monday through Friday. Give that a look. That's when the snow comes, when there's the big whiteout. That's why that map's that way. It's a representation of the global warming going bad. It went the other way. It's called global freezing. Anyway, if you're watching us on YouTube, I'd invite you to subscribe to the channel, become part of the community. We're going to have some sign-up forms soon for more promotional items available from the Geyer Cook Report having to do with podcast promotion. So watching the notes and the Facebook and the Twitter feed and so forth about that. And so, did I forget anything? I mean, besides my teeth.
Did you mention our new Facebook page?
Well, I was going to do a soft launch, but now you've let the cat out the bag. We're on Facebook, the Geyer Cook Report. Look for it, and it's so infant the paint's not dry, but it started. And we've also started a Twitter account, and we'll have those links available in the bottom of the show notes soon, probably within this week or next week, first of next week at the latest. So on that note, I'm going to say those 3 magic words, and we all know what they are. Thank God it's not a sing-along, because nobody want to hear me sing. It's a wrap.